with that. Early on last year, the Warriors showed that they were going to be a team to make the postseason in the West. Couldn't get the home court advantage, though, and that kind of hurt them.
Yeah, it did. And as dangerous as their team is in the playoffs with the shooting ability they have, they're much better if they could have gotten that extra game at Oracle Arena.
Left side, Lynn. Iguodala with the steal.
You could see he had his eye out for that pass the whole way, anticipated, got himself in position, and made the steal.
Like some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow. That extra game would matter in the end. Last postseason, the Warriors lost to the Clippers in a back-and-forth Game 7.
Thompson, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
I love what they're doing, trying to put the hammer down, attacking the basket when they can.
Well, the Warriors expected and hoped to go farther than the first round of the playoffs, but you have to give them a lot of credit for playing the Clippers as tough as they did, considering they were down multiple centers during that series.
Here's Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 14 points for Andre Iguodala.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Andre Iguodala got off to a hot start last season. He shot 45% from long range through the first 2 months of the season. But after a hamstring injury, his percentages and his aggressiveness all seem to tail off.
Some changes for Golden State. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Spates. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Johnson, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. Now Lynn. Dishes it to Young. Here's Boozer. Shot to stop the run, and that's 2 points on the layup. Boozer's got his first points in this one.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here. Maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Lakers trail by 20. Lynn dishes to Young. Back to Lynn. Johnson outside. Young from outside. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Thompson right side. And no good trying to get that one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Warriors lead by... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feed, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
Yeah, the timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question.
It's Lee and Bogut inside. Barbosa is out there with Livingston. And it's Barnes, and it's a threesome. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Well, they're winning the speed game, guys, getting out in transition.
Well, I like the energy they play with offensively, and in the open court, tremendous flow.
Boozer with the screen for Johnson. Another miss by Johnson.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent, the result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Puts up the baby hook. Almost, but it rolls out. Warriors leading by 19 points. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Boozer. Bryant comes in for Young. And it's Clarkson in for Jeremy Lin.
Lakers ball.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Outside, Kobe. It's Hill, top the key. And the pass to Clarkson. Outside, Kobe. Buries it from three-point range.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Timeout called the Warriors.
The Warriors, one of the top defensive teams in the league the last couple of seasons, and the improvement coincided with a change in defensive strategy. They're sending pick and rolls down towards the sideline. They've got bigs. Andrew Bogut can really protect the rim. So they're doing what coaches call shrinking the floor, and it's been very effective for them.
Steph Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Davis is checked in.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
And downing a pick and roll. Basically, a guard gives the ball handler a lane towards the basket, but prevents them from using the screen.
I like your basketball knowledge and acumen.
See, I've been listening to you.
That's exactly right. The big man sits back around the free throw line to deny penetration. It's a strategy that basically concedes the deep two, another indication of where analytics coming into play in terms of strategy.
That's good.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
It's a great formula, and it's really a sign that the offense is clicking.
Left side Curry, Barbosa with it, picked up by Bryant. And here's Barnes for three, and Davis pulls it down. Lakers trail by 14. Here's Johnson, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
And here's Barnes for three. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 9 points for Barnes.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Clarkson kicks to Davis, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Looked like some miscommunication. There offensively, those guys were not on the same page.
Some changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up.
Oh, get it! Watch out now.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Johnson, the pass to Clarkson. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath. You're right. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And another three for Golden State.
And this is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut back down to 10 points after they get the bucket from Wesley Johnson.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Shot's good.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect.
Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
In low to Hill. Lee with the steal. He lobs it up. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Outside Curry. 13 feet away. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Curry. And that's now 11 points for Barnes. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Clarkson kicks to Johnson. Inside, here's Bryant. Another shot, and the layup is good. Kobe's got 13 points in the second half.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And these are the types of games where it's obvious one team clearly had the edge. Tonight, it's going to be a great win by a large margin for the Warriors.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
Here's Johnson, and the serious dunk to finish it off.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Now the dish to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. They get the rebound. Here's Green. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Kobe gets the bucket. Bryant's got it back down to within single digits for the Lakers.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Lets it go from the wing, and that one's good. Barnes.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
Johnson outside. The tray, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 8. Just 4 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Not sure why they're calling this timeout. The game is pretty much over.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. Maybe they just want to bask in the win just a little longer, but I don't agree with it. Let's go. Get out of here.
Poke loose. That's a 2 from Barnes. Oh, that's blocked. And they're able to recover. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win. And they did both.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
Well, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all the credit goes to them. I just catch their fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.